Good day to everyone. Again, this is Curriculum Development, and my name is Mr. Jonathan David D. De La Cruz. This micro-lecture series is about curricular models. So in the previous pre-recorded lecture, we talked about curricular elements. Now we're going to talk about curricular models. Okay. So according to this statement, any significant change significantly in the society's system always requires a model. Any significant change significantly in the society system always requires models. So education itself, no, education has a great impact on the society. A lot of studies have correlated the economy and education to be somehow directly proportional. So kapag mas maganda yung educational system ng isang bansa, mas maganda din yung kanilang economic state. So the success of a certain society is largely on the basis of the success of education. And curriculum, as I have said kanina, no, and for many times I've kept on mentioning that a good curriculum is responsive to the needs of the society, is responsive to the society. So curriculum have different models. So pag-uusapan natin ngayon yung iba't ibang models in curriculum. I cannot cover all models, but I can cover most models. If you'd like, you can search for deeper understanding of these models. Okay, let's jump right into it. Start with the first one is the AIM model, TAM. The AIM model starts with objectives, content, materials, teachers' activities, student activities, and then test activities. Okay. So, madali lang naman yung pattern niya. Actually, ang curricular models, halos lahat pare-parehas. May konti lang na nag-iiba, may isa or dalawa na uh, nadadagdag. So, for this case, it starts with objectives, of course, followed by the discussion of the content and then showing your materials. Anong material yung gagamitin mo? It's divided into two activities, the teacher's activities and student's activities. So this is an active model kasi merong teacher and student activity. And then we have the test activities. Take note of that. The next one is Taba's inverted model. This is Hilda Taba. The model of curriculum development ties theory to practice. Ang tawag sa model ni Hilda Taba is could either be called as Taba's inverted model or TIM, yung kanina TAM, ito TIM, or could also be called as the grassroots model. Bakit grassroots model? Because the model starts bottom up. Bottom up, bottom up. Right? Grass. Kapag, di ba, kapag nagdadamo ka, bottom up ang approach. Dadamputin mo yung damo, tapos bubunutin mo. That's why it's called a grassroots model. This is the series. No? Bakit grassroots model? Why? Because the step one of the Tabas model is not objective agad. Hindi siya agad objective. Ano unang ginagawa ng Tabas model? Diagnosis of needs. Inaalam niya muna kung ano yung needs ng mga learners. Okay? So once identified na yung once identified na yung needs ng learners, saka ka ngayon mag-create o magfo-formulate ng objective specific to the needs of the learners. Okay? Again, step 1 for the Tabas inverted model is diagnosis of needs, followed by formulating specific objectives. And then once you've formulated the objective, you now select the content. Once you have selected the content, anong gagawin mo? Take note that there are elements that you should consider. You have to organize the content on the basis of continuity and sequence. Step 5, selecting teacher learning experience. And then step 6 is organizing teaching and learning experience. Step 7 is evaluating unit. And last is checking for basics. So babalikan mo, re-reviewin mo kung lahat ba ng elements or lahat ba ng components ng curriculum design ay meron. The balance, articulation, scope, integration, continuity, and sequence. So you see, this is somehow similar to that of the TAM, of the AIM model. Pero ang kinaibahan lang is that dito sa team model, actually Hilda Tabas model is the most and widely used model if I'm not mistaken, together with the Tyler's model pag-uusapan natin. Now, um, Kung yung team, objective agad, kay Taba, inaalam niya muna kung sino yung mga estudyante niya, tsaka siya magge-generate ng kanyang objectives. This one is kay Ralph Tyler. Yung kay Taba is, the first name of Taba is Hilda Taba. Hilda Taba or the grassroots model. This one naman ay kay Ralph Tyler. This is Tyler's and Means model, TEM, double M. So TAM, team, TEM, tatandaan nyo lang yon. This one naman is you have to meet the ends, no? Now, the ends is that philosophy, aims, goals, and objectives. Yung isang school, meron kang philosophy, aims, and objectives. And then, the means is the curriculum, content, and activities. So, somehow, kabaliktaran ito ng kay Hilda Taba. Kasi kay Hilda Taba is bottom-up, grassroots model. Ito naman kay Ralph Tyler is top-down. Bakit? Ano yung top? Ang top is yung philosophy, aims, goals, and objectives. Papunta sa learners by means of curriculum and content. So, hindi niya inassess or there's no diagnosis of needs. Ibig sabihin nito, no, ibig sabihin nito, when you enter the school, a certain school, kapag ang kanilang approach is Tyler's model, expect that there will be minimal or no adjustments kasi sila ang magbibigay sa iyo. Example ng mga institutions na TEM ang model nila. Nandyan ang PMA, ang PNPA. Ibig sabihin nun, they have their own philosophy, aims, goals, and objectives already. Kailangan talagang matransfer sa iyo yon. Ito yung mga MAAP, halimbawa, ganun. O even normal schools, no? Ganun ang training. Okay, pero kasi sa mga normal schools, nagva-vary na yung approach. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is sa Tyler's model, meron ka ng definite na outcome, meron ka ng brand, no? Parang sinabi pag PMA graduate ka, ganito ka, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi na-transfer na sa'yo yung philosophy, yung aims and goals ng institution. So, philosophy, learner, and society, curriculum development model begins with school and teachers' philosophy. So, kung ang TABAS model, ang learning, ang curriculum development begins with the students identifying their needs, 'di ba? Kaya nga diagnosis of needs. Pagdating kay Ralph Tyler, saan nag-uumpisa ang learning? Ang curriculum development sa school. Alamin muna natin kung ano yung philosophy, aims, goals, and objectives ng school. Tapos papasok pa si teacher. Okay? So, isa to sa mga tips, no? Kapag kayo nagta-apply na ng trabaho, when you enter a school, tingnan ninyo kung aligned ba sa philosophy ninyo yung school. Kasi you cannot change a long-standing institution kung magkaiba kayo ng philosophy. Okay? So, kung hindi kayo match ng school na yon, might as well maghanap ka ng ibang schools na magsaswak kayo. Because if you want to change the system of a certain school, it will take a lot of it will take time, no? Kasi long-standing na yung institution eh. Okay? So that's Tyler's end means model. Okay? So this one naman is Tom, the Oliva model. So we started with Tam, the AIM model. Now, Tim, Taba's inverted model. We have Tem, Tyler's end means model. And we have Tom, the Oliva model. Okay? The Oliva model starts with statement of philosophy, statement of goals, statement of objectives, design of plans, implementation, and evaluation. The Tom model is almost similar to that of the TEM model. However, the slight difference is that for Oliva model, mas detailed. Ito talaga yung itsura ng Oliva's model. Discuss ko lang to briefly. It states that the aims of the education and philosophical and psychological principles. It includes societal and students' needs, which are invaluable parts of curriculum models. It specifies curricular goals and objectives based on the aim and beliefs and needs. So, if you take a look at this, kung titingnan nyo itong model na to, there are three main parts. Nandito sa taas yung three main parts. So the 1 to 4 and 6 to 9 is the planning phase. The fifth one is the planning and operational phase, while the 10 to 12 is the operational phase. Now, bakit hindi bakit naputol yung 5? Bakit sa gitna may 5? Bakit, sana yung 5? Bakit sa number 5, planning and operational phase? Bakit hindi na lang from 1 to 9 planning phase? Take note that on the fifth phase, nag-i-implement ka na, pero hindi pa definite 'yon. When you implement the curriculum, there are still changes. Kaya planning and operational phase siya kasi nag-ooperate ka na, pero at the same time may mga pagbabagong nangyayari based on the observations, based on the implementations, based on ineffective implementations, kaya ka nag-update. Kaya ongoing yung planning and operational phase. Planning phase pa rin ang 6 to 9. Okay? And then ang operational phase, ito na yung talagang final na, is from 10, implementation, uh, final selection of evaluation techniques, evaluation of instruction, and evaluation of the curriculum. Okay? So that's the TOM model, or the Oliva model. Okay. Now, the reason why, take note, dear future teachers, no, na ang teacher, hindi lang po tayo implementors of curriculum. We are also part of the development and implementation and evaluation of curriculum. Now, this one naman is, so that's the Tom model. This one naman is SAM, no? Saylor and Alexander model. Saylor and Alexander model. So you have aims, goals, and objectives, pero meron kang external variables. Ano or sino yung external variables mo? These could be the society, the other stakeholders, etc. No? Before you make your curriculum design. So pagkagawa mo ng curriculum design, i-implement mo yung curriculum, and then evaluate mo yung curriculum. But take a look at this. May arrow dito sa part na to. So ang mangyayari dyan, after you implement the curriculum, you make the curriculum design, you implement the curriculum, you make the curricular evaluation. Kapag may evaluate ka na, balik ka sa curriculum design. Balik ka dito. So it's a cycle. This one, the SAM model is a cycle. Pero pansinin ninyo, hindi ka na pwedeng bumalik sa aims, goals, and objectives. Why? Because you already have a set aims, goals, and objectives on the basis of external variables. Yung iba kanina, yung mga tinalakay kanina, ang aims, goals, and objectives nila is largely influenced by the school, by the institution. But for the SAM model, the largest variable is the external variable. So ito yung mga schools na mabilis magbago on the basis on the needs of the society. Limbawa, may mga nung time na nagkaroon ng trend na madaming mag-nurse, no? Kapag ang school nyo ay SAM model, mag-o-open kayo ng nursing program. Kapag ang program nyo naman ay STEM, Tyler's and means model, hindi kayo mag-o-open ng nursing program, lalo na kung ang mandate nyo ay military. Halimbawa, PMA kayo, kahit madaming nag-nursing, mag-open ng nurse, hindi kayo mag-open ng nursing kasi your model is STEM, largely rooted on the institution, on the philosophy of the school. Now, kapag naman ang school ninyo ay nag-open ng nursing kasi madaming nag-nursing, ang model naman ng school ninyo, your curriculum, is SAM model because you are largely influenced by external variables. Again, there's no perfect curricular model, ha? Walang perfect curricular model. Ia-appropriate nyo lang ito on the basis of your school, on the basis of the programs that you are offering. Okay. So, for SAM model, Saylor and Alexander model, same lang din. You have goals, objectives, and domains. We have curriculum design, curriculum implementation, and evaluation. Let me reiterate, hindi lang naman ito sa SAM model, no? In all levels or in all models of curriculum, mahalaga ang role ni teacher. Lagi nilang sinasabi that teachers are implementors of curriculum. Yes, we are the main implementors of the curriculum kasi tayo yung nasa ground eh. Ikaw yung nagde-deliver ng content, nasa instructional level ka. Pero ikaw din ang in charge sa experiential level. That is why, as teachers, you should be part of the what? DIE, the development, implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. So according to Saylor and Alexander model, curriculum is a plan for providing set of learning opportunities to achieve broad educational goals and related specific objectives for an identifiable population served by a single school center. So if you have goals for your community, if you have aims for your school or for the entire program, it should be reflected on the objectives. At dapat nilalapat mo yun sa plano. Di ba nga, as old saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Dapat ang isang teacher ay magaling or marunong, in fact, dapat magaling mag-architect ng kanyang lesson plan. Because the curriculum plan plays a vital role on the success of the implementation of curriculum. Many teachers might say that lesson plan is just a plan. It might be, it's just a plan. Totoo naman, it's just a plan. But take note, wag mong mamaaliitin ang lesson plan. There are times that a lesson plan might be effective to one section pero ineffective to another section. Kaya dapat meron kang plan A, plan B, and plan C. Okay? Although curriculum plan or lesson plan is just a plan, but it's a plan that is a large indicator of the success rate of the implementation of the curriculum. Kapag hindi maganda ang lesson plan mo, hindi magiging maganda ang implementation mo. And definitely hindi din magiging magandang evaluation ng curriculum mo. Okay? Now we have here the EAM naman. Eisner's artistic model. EAM. The goals and their opportunities, the content of the curriculum, the types of learning opportunities, organization of learning opportunities, organization of content areas, the mode of presentation and mode of response, and type of evaluation procedures. Again, kung papansinin ninyo, halos parehas pero may kaunting pagkakaiba. Anong pagkakaiba? Saan natin ito pwedeng ibunggo? Pwede natin itong ibunggo sa Hilda Tabas inverted model, sa team. Bakit? Kung titingnan nyo doon sa team, mauuna ang selection of your content before organizing learning experiences. Dito naman, kung titingnan ninyo, mauuna yung, tapos doon, nandun yung organization of your learning. Pipiliin mo muna yung content and then organization of content. Dito, pipili ka ng content, pipili ka ng learning opportunity, tsaka mo palang i-organize yung learning opportunity, tsaka mo palang i-organize yung content area. Although they might seem the same, there are still differences. May pagkakaiba pa rin. Pwedeng effective tong approach na to sa ibang subject, pero there are also subjects that are effective. There are also other models that is effective specific to a certain subject. Okay? Yun lang. So yan, tapos na. Those are the models, curricular models. Tatandaan nyo lang, no? Siguro ang tip na may bibigay ko sa inyo is be familiarized with the sequence of the different models. Sequence. Mahalaga po ang sequence ng models kasi yun yung magdedetermine ng difference ng model nila. Take a look at the TAM model, the AIM model. Di ba? Yung TAM model yung una natin tinalakay. The AIM model. And then we have the TIM, Tabas inverted model or the grassroots model. Ang approach niya naman is from grassroots model, from bottom up. The next one was STEM model, Tyler's end means model. And we have Tom, the Oliva model. Ano ba? We have Im, Eisner's artistic model. Ano pa ba yung isa? We have Sam, the Sailor Alexander model. So these are just 6 of many curricular models. Pero itong anim na ito yung lagi na dating maririnig at magagamit. Pero usually ang pinaka-common na lumalabas could be the Hilda Tabas model or Tyler's model. Sila yung lagi ko naririnig when during my time. I'm not sure ngayon. But I think sila pa rin naman, no? Because generally, nakapattern lang din naman sa kanila yung ibang mga models, may konti lang nag-iiba ng approach at ng dating. Now, ulitin ko, bakit mahalaga ang models? Because models gives us structure on how education system works. Okay, it gives us how education system works. And if we know how education system works, we can also identify how the economy and the state of the society works. Okay? Tatandaan ninyo, dear future teachers, that education is a great indicator of the success of a certain community, of a certain society. Okay, so that's the end of my lecture on curricular models. Tatandaan nyo lang, we have TAM, the AIM model. We have TIM, the inverted model. We have TEM, sorry. We have TAM, the AIM model. We have TIM, Tabas inverted model by Hilda Taba. We have Tyler's end means model, the TEM. We have Tom, the Oliva model. We have Sam, Sailor and Alexander model. And we have IM, EAM, Eisner's artistic model. So those are the 6 models that I just discussed. Please prepare yourself for an activity that might require you to memorize and understand the sequence of these models. Ayun, maraming salamat po. Thank you for watching and God bless you all.